All right, so we have here, we're looking to find the exact value of the trig function of the given real number. Well, we're looking for cosine 11 pi over 6. So again, a lot of times it's very helpful if we draw a circle. We're dealing with the unit circle for here. So if we draw a circle, it's not a very good circle, but it's just a representation. If we do 11 pi over 6, that's almost 2 pi. 2 pi would be 12 pi over 6. So we're always starting from our standard position and going around, and we're going to land somewhere over here. So with that, we figure out that we are in quadrant 4, and in quadrant 4, our x value is positive. So we know that x is positive, and we need to know that because we're dealing with cosine here. And with cosine, it's a x value. So we need to find our reference number. Remember that your reference number is going to be this part right here from the distance of where your angle stops to the closest x-axis. So if we're looking for our reference number, remember that is going to be t bar. And we're looking at 2 pi to this point right here is our x-axis. And so we want to do a common denominator. The common denominator would be 6. So if I'm looking at 2 pi would be equal to what over 6? Well, this is over 1. So 1 times 6 gets you to 6. 2 times 6 gets you 12. So that would be our common denominator of 6, but it's with our 2 pi. So we have 12 pi. Now we're going to subtract our angle of 11 pi over 6, and that gets us pi over 6. So that's our reference number that we can use to figure out what our values are. If you remember, your reference number, or reference point here for this, our terminal point, would be the square root of 3 over 2, comma 1/2, and we're in quadrant 4. That tells us that the y value is negative, but the x value that we're looking for is positive. So for our answer, we're looking for the cosine of 11 pi over 6, and that's going to be equal to the square root of 3 over 2. And that would be your final answer.